We move on to the other subjects now. Now, this week, I've got to. This is the debate of all debates. You know when you have LeBron James versus Michael Jordan debates every week here, we have to go back to the Messi and Ronaldo debate now. We gotta listen. I have to gurgitate this up because Messi is flopping in France. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? He is flopping. Yeah. Also, Ronaldo has scored over 800 goals, of which his first 3-4 seasons he was on the wing, and technically he was on the wing at Real Madrid. He was saying that's when it started to do similar situation as but yeah, effectively he was on the wing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, he only really became a striker in the latter part of his career. How on earth do you score 800 plus goals? Yeah, but yet Messi's seen as a better baller. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Ronaldinho can do more skills than Ronaldo. But if I was picking a baller, I would pick Ronaldo. Yeah, and I think people have to get away from the fact that it doesn't matter how skillful people are or how much amazing skills. George Best was an extremely skillful player. That doesn't mean he's better than Pelé. I'll pick Pelé over George Best. So I think we have to move away from the fact that basically Ronaldo's come to England, the Premiership, the hardest league, and he's banging in goals like it's for free. And Messi can't even score a goal in France. But anyway, sorry. I don't know, guys. I'm just letting off some steam myself anyway. So, but it cheeses me off this whole debate. Now, Ronaldo's is proving time and time again, at the age of 36, he's a beast. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm gonna throw it out. You know what I mean? Guys, am I just going off on a tangent and Messi is still the greatest? Because they're treating Messi as the greatest of all time, and he just got the Ballon d'Or. And I'm like, really?
That surprised me. That actually really did surprise me when I saw that he won it. I'll tell you why, because I've been saying from the longest time, the whole Messi Ronaldo thing, for me, it shouldn't even be a debate. I've always said to people, I would like to see Messi leave Barcelona and see what he'll do elsewhere, because Ronaldo's gone everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? He's done it in England, he's done it in Spain, he's done it in Italy. I feel that you could literally put Ronaldo in any team in the world right now and you're going to see a difference. Even at his age, because he showed that he can still do it in the Premiership. So for me, it's never been a debate. The other thing we got to take into consideration as well is that Messi I don't think he was ever going to flourish in the same way at PSG, because at PSG he's one of 3-4 top attackers. Where in Barcelona he was the guy. All the ones that we would talk about were all midfielders behind him. Xavi's, the Iniestas, the Busquets. But in terms of the attacking person, he was the guy. But at PSG you've got Mbappe, you've got Neymar, you've got some of them other young guys coming up. So he was always gonna have to. And don't forget, Mbappe is a beast. He's old, right? And so is Neymar. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you think you're going to walk into a PSG like that and still be the boss, I think you was always fooling yourself. But again, Ronaldo has proven himself everywhere he's been, and not just at club level, international level, which Messi, only recently he started to show what he could do in that. Really, he hasn't really done nothing for Argentina. So I think there's no debate. I'm not a United fan, but I'm giving that to Ronaldo all day.
Okay, Lance, what's your perspective on this one?
Well, you know what? When I concur, by the way, I concur. When I saw that Messi had won it,
man,
there's something fundamentally wrong here because of everything what you both said about his time in France, and even before he got to France, he wasn't really tearing it up anymore for Barcelona. Meanwhile, Lewandowski consistently for all those seasons keeps banging in 30-yard, 40-yard goals, and he still can't win the Ballon d'Or. Now, something came to my attention the other day, which it's just me being a cynic now, made me think that Messi was going to win this regardless. So here's my thought. The Ballon d'Or is a French-led award. Messi leaves Barcelona and goes to play in the biggest team in France, PSG. So
coincidence.
Cynicing me saying he was always going to win it because he's gone to PSG. But I believe, and I've had this debate with people many, many times when they've said the same thing to me, Messi or Ronaldo, and I give the same as what you've said, which is Messi's done it in Italy, he's done it in twice now in the Premier League. Twice now, second season of his career in the Premier League. Done it in Spain, ripped it up in Spain. And I respect Messi. Don't get me wrong. I respect Messi as a player. Good boy, he's one of the best of all time. But for me, Ronaldo edges it based on the fact that he hasn't just stayed in Spain with the Galacticos.
No, 100%, man. And I've guys, as you said there, the stats are there, you know, and you know what made it absolutely, I have to use the word mockery when you look at 800. Listen, guys, 800 goals. They turned around and said, they checked. I was listening to somebody today, and they were commentating. I can't remember who it was, and they said, how many goals did Shearer score in his career? He didn't even reach 400 goals. No, and you know what I'm saying. And then they go, what about Van Nistelrooy? You know what I mean? 340. So you know what I mean. So it's 800 goals, and you're getting treated like you may not be better than Messi. It's disrespectful. That's where I'm at anyway. Still with that one anyway. Still, yeah. Sorry, guys.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, in terms of Ballon d'Or, I would have given that to Salah ahead of him, and I'm not just saying that as a Liverpool fan, but we'll get to that. No, for me, Kante. You know what I'm saying? But what is Kante's too small? He's too. Doesn't have to be an attacker. Yeah.
Kante is too small and too dark, because if he had long hair like Modric, they'll give it him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, still, yeah. If he wasn't so dark and had a more Latino face and whatever they're still called Cantinho, he would have got it already. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's talking about Jorginho, but we had to show his guys. I've seen Kante basically run things. As a midfielder, I love to, well, not so much me, I'm more like a Kante type player. But anyway, you know, when you got them ballers, you want to be next to Kante. Pogba wants to play next to Kante. That's the only time you see him as a baller. Why is that? Because Pogba's good? No, because Kante is an excellent baller to be with. He's box to box, and he's a Makaleli in one. Like, you can't beat that, you know what I mean? And he's won the Champions League as well. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, you know what? The evidence is there. You know what I'm saying? Lewandowski, yes, but you have to say Bayern Munich, that team's another level in that league, you know, guys. It's straight. They got, you know, when right, Lance, you're a striker now, yeah? At your peak, if you were chucked up front and Kevin De Bruyne was putting the through ball to you, how many goals could you score in a game? You could score. You're saying, you know, Beckham crossing. Sometimes the team around you make you score more goals, you know what I'm saying, and whatsoever. And I'm not saying Lewandowski is a terrible baller, but when he plays for Poland, as far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean, he can't lift that team because he's not total type of baller. Messi, he can't lift that team, but I've seen Ronaldo pull up Portugal, pull up whatever team is in. Even when he beat Atletico Madrid with Juventus, he told them, I will score to win this game. You know, when you look in someone's eyes, he just knows. So for me, it's there, man. But that's my viewpoint today. But
you know what, that point that you just made there about Messi not picking up the team and stuff, I think that's the other issue for me, just going so slightly touching back on the whole Ronaldo thing, that even on the international level, Messi's had some ballers in Argentina, you know. There's some ballers around him, and he's still not been able to do the thing.
Higuain, you had oh Lord,
Di Maria and all them guys.
Aguero, Mascherano, you know what I'm saying? You know me. Tevez was in the team, innit? He was in the team when Tevez is there. So that you know me. No mugs, bro. No mugs at all. But talking about greatest in the world, we're talking about the greatest Ballon d'Or-ish kind of talk anyway, yeah? Somebody, I saw in my highlights, Salah as the best player in the world right now. Marcus, can you please justify this to me? Because I still can't see Salah even in my top 5.
All right, let's put it into you have to look at it the right way. If you're talking about the best player in the world overall, no, it's not him. If you're talking about current form, it is him. And the reason I say that is, I'm not even just saying that because for me, most of the time when people talk about best players, majority of the time it is an attacker. Occasionally you'll see a midfielder there, but that midfielder has to be exceptional to the levels of like the Iniestas, the Xavis, the Pirlos, them kind of players. But most time we're talking about an attacker. And if you're talking about consistently, week in, week out, both in the league that he's playing in as well as Champions League, whatever. Who's on better form than him right now? So in aspect of form, I would agree. But in terms of saying like he's the best player in the world in general, no, I wouldn't say that.
So guys, quick. Here's another one. Sorry, guys, we're gonna drag out this Ballon d'Or because the Ballon d'Or's just created more issues. Yeah. Now, this is my thing is, and there's evidence for this. Van Dijk. Yeah. Now, Van Dijk, Liverpool before he was injured, Liverpool was in this. You couldn't get. Listen, he was taking a mick. He felt like that. You know when me as a defender, when you got the pace and you're playing against slow players, it felt like he's playing against slow, physically weak players all the time, and he's just like just knocking people all over the place. He gets injured. Liverpool doesn't flop, but Liverpool is not as strong without him. You know what I mean? Salah's out the team, Liverpool can still score goals, got Mane, whatever they're still here. Van Dijk without him. Also, Holland totally flopped for me internationally the moment that Van Dijk went out, and when he came back for the qualifiers after the Euros, they look a different team now. Bang, 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 whatever. Why isn't he on the radar? You know what I'm saying? And for me, which player, if tomorrow one player goes to Real Madrid, which one would you rather, Van Dijk or Salah? Marcus?
That's interesting. I'll tell you something though. History tells us about the UEFA award, FIFA award, Ballon d'Or, whatever it is. It's always the how can I describe it? It's always generally the scorers, the creators, get the accolades. And this is why I believe it should be categorized for each position. So if you categorize for each position, Van Dijk hasn't got many people who are on his level right now. You see what I'm saying? And then there are good centre-halves out there. There are quality centre-halves out there. You've only got to look at Chelsea at the moment and Man City. But then it's a team thing as well. It's not just one defender that makes such a difference. But I agree with you, Roger, there that Van Dijk, the loss of Van Dijk was huge to Liverpool. But in fairness to Liverpool as well, when Van Dijk was out, there was times when they had Matip out, they had Joe Gomez out. There's three straight away.
We had Henderson at the back for one point.
And they had Henderson playing at the back. I laughed at that when I saw that. I thought, there's no way that we're not scoring against these lot with Hendo playing at the back. So I definitely agree about Van Dijk. I think he's he should be up there for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, no.
I think the other thing I would say, I mean, it's not totally in line with the Ballon d'Or still, but I think the biggest problem Liverpool had when Van Dijk did come out, that it's the only time where I've seen Klopp like managing, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? Because when Van Dijk went out, even before the other guys started getting injured, I think I said in one of the podcasts that he played, I think he had about 6 different centre-back pairings going on. So there's no chance to build chemistry between the two that come in. Because even if you know that you've got your best defenders out, if you can have a two and they week in, week out, these are the two, they can work to each other, they read each other's game, they understand how it plays. But if, like you're saying, 1 week I'm going to play Gomez, then I'm going to take Gomez out, even if he's fit, put Matip in. Then the following week I'm going to take this guy out and bring in one of the young guys in. It's like you're asking for trouble anyway. You're already weakened as it is. We're asking for trouble if you don't just get 2 people to say, look, that's you guys, and then I'll just work the others around you based on what happens.
No, 100%, bro, 100%. I'm trying to look at the list of the players of the Ballon d'Ors, because I know Lionel Messi was top, then it was Lewandowski. Who was third? Oh Lord,
I don't know.
I know Ronaldo was 5th. Yeah, so he 5th, and it's just an absolute goal machine anyway. So yeah, but no, guys, I totally agree with it. And guys, you know what? Being the best Ballon d'Or, it's not the be all end all, but you know what? Still, yeah. But I do feel sorry for like Lewandowski and certain players like that, and Van Dijk, and as he said, for me, Van Dijk, I feel that if the Ballon d'Or maybe happened last year and he was still fit, if he wasn't in the top player, everybody knows the difference he makes. Impact wise anyway, so yeah, but people don't go on about him.
It was Jorginho that was third,
that's it, third, yeah, that's Jorginho.
Yeah.
Listen guys, Jorginho misses 2 crucial penalties for Italy, ends up being third. I don't know if you've seen that, Lance. Yeah, he's cost Italy Their position in the World Cup potentially by missing 2 penalties away to Switzerland. Sorry, get off, man. He should be down the bottom. And again, how on earth is Jorginho, 1 5-yard passer, and he scores a few penalties, gets it above he's above Kante? I don't know. You know what I mean? But again, he's darker than the average bear, and Kante is, and he doesn't really get.
I'm looking at the list now, and the whole listing just seems a bit suspect to me. I don't understand how Donnarumma, who's the head of Haaland, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, Haaland's a beast.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me whatsoever. So
it almost becomes a I think it's the press that votes for it or something like that. So I think it's some press thing in it. So
it kind of looks like they've chosen the top 2 or 3, and then they've just decided to throw the rest in there wherever they decide to do it. Yeah,
it's just a voting thing, guys. Absolute voting thing. But overall, Marcus believes that Salah's on form, but he's not one of the greatest in the world. So we just put it out there like that. Yeah, you call that soundbite, Marcus?
I said he's not the best in the world. I didn't say he's not one of the greatest in the world. There's a difference. Right now, he's one of the best in the world in terms of like as an attacking player. But I definitely wouldn't say he's the best.
Okay. No. Oh, that's cool. But